Welcome to the video. The gang is all here. Well, we got several bags out of the dumpster. She was there. She must have just been on vacation. The nice one, so-called nice. She ain't nice, but she's better than that mean one. And I was thinking that, boy, my competition's about to come and get it. So there was 4 bags, black bags. So I just turned my car off and got the 4 bags, even though her car was there by the dumpster. Put them in there and then cranked it up and left. And that took me about 45 seconds. I'm drinking my sleepy time. And so it was bags and bags of, I call it ephemera, paper ephemera. That paper and mousse young lady would have loved going through these bags. I still have one more to go through. A couple of things that were not paper. This thing is going to be, I'll list it because they don't make them anymore. And it's some kind of boat steering. I don't know what that means. A steel Steermaster, without shipping, $30 for this piece. It's heavy, so I'll have to, if I want to get 30 for it, I'm going to have to put about 12 shipping. So I'll probably go 38 free shipping, something like that. And I think these are some little pieces that may go with it. I don't know. I don't know. You can imagine when I felt this bag and it had something in there, but no, not too good. This says Hanna-Barbera 1969. Little eraser guy. This is an old marble, but it is broken. I'll still put it with my marble. It's like an eyeglasses cleaning thing. Vintage pin. Let me see what it has on there. It has a USA on there. I love those colors. And this guy, he's a neat color. He's big for a toy soldier. This is a transformer, but I'm gonna keep this. He transforms into a truck, so I like that. This is a chrome like shift ball. It's too scratched up, so I'm gonna put it in I've got a box of just metal stuff. Lemon squeezer from Taiwan, never been used. It looks very clean. And then I'll add this is not labeled or anything. I've got some of those. There's a watch fob with a D on it. A clip-on with missing some pieces. Then this is kind of an interesting, I don't know, keychain, I guess, and it's patent pending on there, and it has a patent, and I don't really know much about it. Somehow you push this and it opens up. The Sermon on the Mount. I'm interested in that. I don't remember what all it says. It's old because of that number. Paris, Illinois. left side view chassis. It's an old vehicle. I don't know the year. I don't think it's on here. It's Buick model coupe roadster touring sedan 24 4 33 34 35 37. So I'll look into that, see about selling that. This is the Betty Crocker recipe card library. There's nothing in it. Very nice and clean. Somebody's gonna want that. Oh, I had to say that. That was the right time to say it, because it's pretty. Yellow and goldenrod. This is from probably 1972. Bulova Self-Winding, 5th Avenue, New York. It was a graduation made in the USA. And then this one, nothing in it. And I knew these girls that graduated. This girl's older than me. And I don't know what her stuff is doing in this, except for it's her dad's estate. So I don't really know. There's a lot of traveling. They must have traveled like a lot of people did. That's what we did when we could in the 70s and 80s. So I'm going to start a stack of that because there's a whole pile. Ghost Ship Treasure Island. Cute. That'll go to the park, I'm sure. $1967. I'll look into it, but Hotel Elkhart, Indiana. Hi, so-and-so made Elkhart today. We came in the rain, somewhere, the storm event, having a real good time. This is where we are staying. See you next week. Niagara Falls. This is kind of torn up. Lucky Book of Riddles. The longer I live, the smaller I grow. You can stop what I'm doing with just one blow. What am I? A balloon. What letter makes honey? B. Anne Frank house. This is one of those, you unfold them and there's several. Interesting. I didn't know that was there. The Will Rogers Shrine. This person traveled a lot. Helen Hunt's grave above Seven Falls. Helen Hunt Jackson, famous as the author of Ramona. Her dying wish was to be buried on a pine-clad point overlooking her beloved Colorado Springs. There's a lot of these vintage sewing from, this is 1986. I can never sell. I've tried to sell vintage patterns before. Yeah, this man traveled. This says, Mr. So-and-so, dear friend, I am your little friend here in your Guadalajara Hilton Hotel. Do you remember your special waiter, Henry? Hotel Hilton, Guadalajara, Mexico. Ephemera, an interesting true story. The grandest mile of scenery in Colorado. Caverns. Here's a big one on the caverns. This is a local I don't know if this is from that or not. I like it. This will be our spiritual. I needed to hear this because I had a rough day at work yesterday. Man, it's just sometimes you're like, what is going on when you have no control? And there are evil people in the world. As man to man, learn to disagree without being disagreeable. And they've been in our city for, gosh, since the 40s. Keep problems functional and not personal. Survey all possibilities, then choose one for action. To every problem there is an answer. Let's find it. After the storm, the sun will always shine. Wonderful. 1954. I'm going to have to read that. Got this book, Login Sheets. And then this book I thought was older than it was because it's bound like an 1800s book. But it's probably bound like the original. This is a first edition, but it's not worth much, but I was hopeful. Audubon's Birds of America, his original that he did when he was here, sold for I forget how many million. It was a record price, for a book. And this is the first edition printing of it. And it's worth about $13. I'm going to keep it. I like it. Well, our little neighbors here that are always screaming and yelling, they've had to rent the mother-in-law a little room and garage over there, so it's going to be a lot more screaming and yelling because I think their little party friends are moving in. Yeah. There was a couple of models. I'm going to keep this one even though it's not finished. You know, I like it. I like Corvettes. And then there was, from Sears, a big, huge hockey table. Don't know how much it's worth. It's too big to send. It's vintage. These are all metal. There's a bunch of them. So I'll keep that and see what I'm going to do with it. Here's another big model like this big ship. I'm going to put it over here and show y'all. There's no writing on it. Isn't that cool? Aircraft carrier number 62. Not sure what's going to happen with that. These hats were funny. It's a hat, and I like it because it's called cap sack. And it's, you know, you can see, and look, you can put your stuff in there at the top. Isn't that hilarious? It's like a fanny pack, but it's a hat. And I have 2 of them. And they've never been worn. I like it because it's very, very, you can see. Sometimes you want to be seen when you're doing things, and you can just wear it like if you're walking. I think I'm going to be doing that. There's some vintage. They're in bad condition. This is cute. This one's cute. Made in USA. Kind of the generic shiny bright. That one's pretty. This one's a little Japan one. So that's those. And oh, that might be just about it. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this neighbor stuff, but I'm going to ignore them. We just ignore them. I'm going to see if I can't sell these. Sometimes the packages for the jewels sell, the boxes. Keeping these, keeping the marbles, this. Getting rid of the metal. This is, this is just cool, this big aircraft carrier. Then this is full of patterns. I don't know what you do with them. It's like crafts, lots of crafts. Like making stuffed animals. Sleepy Time doll. So, probably vintage. I don't know. This is like cast iron. Is this? It's like a bookend, I guess. Yeah. And it's old and heavy. I'll see if I can't sell that by itself. It's pretty cool. This looks vintage to me. It's a ski tow harness by Berkeley. I'll have to look it up. There they are on their boat. See if I can't sell that. This toll painting book. Wood finishing and refinishing. Vintage. I like these books. I'm going to set this where we can read it at some point. Kind of like our spiritual writings. This is an entire manila envelope with the person's name on the outside. It looks like it was all about the handgun, carrying a handgun, pistol, NRA, armed for self-protection, range rules. So a lady was trying to shoot. 1981, an exam, WASP basic pistol instruction exam. Ephemera. I also found some stuff from a classmate in the trash, and it just makes me wonder, you know, how did it get? I don't know. I think her father has passed away, and somebody cleaned some stuff out. Look, Mom, it's growing. That's cool. Sunset book, needlepoint. A cute little vintage hanger, sheep on there. Then a Hubley vintage little gun, broken handle. And then this is like a stand, but it's supposed to hold something. I don't know how it works. You can't really slip anything in there. Then there's this thing called private papers. You know, I haven't looked at it at all. It's got recipes. It's a little bit damp as well. I think that's where this person kept her recipes, because this is what's in there. She's from Odessa. Just lots of recipes typed up. So I will just, it looks like they made copies on one of those. Anybody remember those little copy machine things that made everything purple? And they had that real strong smell of the fluid. This is some old vintage recipes, so maybe I'll sell those. I don't know what to do with this. I'm not going to put it at the park. I'm probably just may scrap it or put it in my. I'll probably put it in my little box with metal stuff. And we will end on, oh, I like this one too. Some more of those where you read it and it has very nice little readings. Here's a little handmade still life by Herman, and a bunch of people signed it. Someone was ill. They made that in school here locally. And we got another painting. I don't see that it has a signature. It's another one of the, it's not super good, but it's a cabin scene. I don't see a signature. Thank you for joining us. That was our dumpster dive tonight. And maybe we'll look at some of the other stuff, the ephemera, tomorrow. Have a wonderful Saturday night and Sunday.